Alright guys, welcome back to another Fusion 360 video. We're going to make a screwdriver holder for these little drivers that I have. I've got about 15 of these and they're just kind of loose in my toolbox. It's really messy and annoying, so I'm going to make a wall mount for these. Hopefully we can have it so that they clip in and it holds them nice and firm. We'll kind of see how the design materializes while we're doing it, because I don't really have a set idea of how I want this to look right now. So first let's figure out where on this screwdriver we actually want to grab. I think we want to grab on this like octagon portion here, because then it'll rest like that in the clip. So let's measure, let's choose where we want to mark it really quick. Mark there, then we'll go 10 mils out. These are all just kind of rough numbers because there will be some tolerance involved. And this one I've already marked at roughly 10 mils. Let's mark this one. There-ish. So we'll start here. To here. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now we need to take a measurement of the diameter from here to here. And we want to use an inscribed polygon in Fusion. So we're going to measure from the vertex of these faces to the opposite vertex of these faces. So let's see. I'm just going to clamp down on it here. Then I'm going to spin this screwdriver just to get it to push open the jaws to that correct diameter. We're at 9.5. Actually, let's start with this big one, and then we can work our way down. So right about here. Okay, we got about 10.5. And then 10 mils down, about 9.7. So we'll do 10.6, 9.75 to add a little tolerance. So we'll come in over into Fusion and create a sketch. An inscribed polygon. Not a circumscribed polygon. I guess we could have measured it either way, but we're going to do inscribed polygon because we measured from peak to peak. And we want actually 8 edges at 10.6. Whoops. I'm actually going to bring this up here. Pin to toolbar. So I use these a lot for nuts and whatnot. Okay, so we want to align this with one of these. So we're at 10.6 and then 8 sides. And I'm hitting tab to switch between these boxes here. So that looks good, and we'll offset this out a little bit. So tap O for offset, and we'll offset it by 1.5 mils. And we want to cut a section out. I'm thinking we can cut out 3 sides, maybe leave a tiny bit. So let's actually slice it right about there. Let's just grab a line or tap L to get the line. because we're going to drop the screwdriver into this, but we also don't want to have to pull the screwdriver all the way up out. So let's go, yeah, let's just see how this looks after we mirror it. So we're going to tap X for construction line, throw this up in the middle, M for mirror. Oh no, that's move copy. My bad. Mirror. Click here for the object, and then for our mirror line, we'll select that construction line we just put in. Now we have two lines here that we can tap D to dimension, and this gives us the angle. I think I'm okay with, let's just make it a nice clean number, so we'll do 130. But that seems a little steep. Let's just go 110. Alright, that looks good to me. Now we will extrude this profile out to 0.01. And then we're going to construct an offset plane here, 10 mils up, which actually in real life is going to be 10 mils down. We'll sketch here and do the same thing. Want it to align on that edge. And what was our number? Let's go 9.75 and 8 sides. We would really like it. Okay, there we go. That is coincident. And then we are going to offset that, tap O for offset, 1.5 mils, and we have to do the same thing we did on the bottom side. Where we put this line here, put the construction line in the middle, and then mirror over it. Mirror that over that, dimension it with 110, extrude this by 0.01, and then we'll loft between these. Boom, bang. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. That's for our largest. So we will, I think I'll just print 3 separate racks. One for large, medium, and small. So let's just make a singleton, print it, test it out, and then we'll make the full size rack. Because I don't want to accidentally make one that's not going to work and print the entire part, waste all that filament if it's not going to work. So let's come up with a back mount for this. I think what we want is to construct an offset plane from here over to here, then extrude it from that plane to object. So we will choose this plane here, offset back to about there, and create a sketch on it. Now, how do we want this mount to look? I think we can do, let's just do some lines and see if we can come up with something cool, but we also want to be able to mount this to the wall for our test, so we'll just use like a little foam strip for that. So this should be a square. So actually, let's just go with a rectangle, but we don't want a center rectangle, we want that rectangle. So you go from there to here, and extrude in that direction, In the extent type, we'll hit to object, choose that object, and that object. Oh, it doesn't like that. So let's see if we can just extrude to this inner object. Oh, two adjacent faces. I was checking the wrong box. That looks pretty good, but we're gonna change this to join. That looks pretty good to me. Okay. Now I am ready to print this just to see what it'll look like, and print this now. Also, these corners are not going to be very precise because we're printing on a 3D printer. So these are going to be a little bit rounded in. These are going to be a little bit rounded in. So I think let's just check this geometry first. I'm sure it will hold it. It might not hold it exactly where we want, but I'm sure it will hold it. So I will print this and see you guys in a minute. Alright, I'm sure some of you more astute observers noticed, and you're probably screaming at the screen, that I made a mistake. When you're using an inscribed polygon, it asks for the radius, not the diameter. So I made this twice as large as it's supposed to be. So I'm going to fix that really quick in Fusion and then print another. But to fix this, we can just go to our sketches. We're going to edit our first two. So it should be 10.6. What you can do is actually just divide it by 2. Why can't I do that? Yeah, 5.3. That was kind of weird. Okay, finish that, and then edit this upper sketch. Oh, that's the back. Alright, edit sketch. Okay, it's because the millimeter thing is in the box, which is kind of stupid. Okay, finish sketch. Now, let's actually just delete this whole body if it's a separate body now. Body 3, yeah. We'll delete that, make a new one. Hide all these sketches. Construction offset plane here. Bring it back to there-ish. There? Yeah, right there. Sketch here. Basically everything we already did, but this time we got to do it correctly. Front view. Make a 2-point rectangle here. So let's go from here to there. Extrude that. To object. Okay, that was weird. Fusion does some weird stuff. Maybe something I just don't understand. To object. There. To adjacent faces. Okay. Alright, now this should be correct. Let's go ahead and print this. And I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, our part is done printing. Let's try it out. Looks like this is the big end, so should be able to clip on down here, slide up. Nice, and that is right on the mark. So that's good for our rack. And pull it up, and it comes out right about there. Maybe these ridges are kind of a pain, but I'm cool with that because I can just reach in and pull it out. So let's make the rest of this rack. I think I'm going to build off of this a tiny bit, or maybe actually I'll copy and paste this in several rows and then extrude between them. So we have a long rack like this, but I don't want them to collide, so let's see. Let's see how far apart I need them. If these are about 14 mils upper, so I'd say probably 20 mils apart is enough for me to grab them. Yeah, so 27 mils center to center. That sounds about right. All right, so let's hop into Fusion and do that. Okay, so we will select this body, tap M for move and copy, click create copy, and we're going to move it 27 mils. And I need 6 of these, I believe. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just counting my screwdrivers on my desk. Yeah, I need 6 of those. I would like to just make a 7th in case I get another one of these, or if I get another set, I can stick another in there. I'm pretty sure I've lost one, but I also don't want it to look partially empty, so I think I'll just stick with these 6. And then we'll do, tap M for move and copy, create a copy, move this, negative 27. Move and copy that, negative 27. Whoops, didn't make a copy. I guess I'll do another here. And one more over on this side. Okay. Oh. Copy body 7, create copy 27. Okay, now let's try to extrude this. Oh, you know what? I might be able to just blast it the whole way. The join operation. Oh, cool. Alright, now we also need to, this is like not quite thick enough because I need to stick some foam tape on the back. So let's measure this, 10 mils. Let's measure the foam tape. I don't really want to have to cut this hot dog style, but may have to. Yeah, 25, that's a lot of extra material to add to this, so I think maybe we'll just go 15 so that we know for sure it's got enough holding force, I suppose. And then go from there. See, I will extrude this top piece by 5 mils. Let's see if we can chamfer this, because I don't want the very tippy top to get hit by the screwdriver handle. have a feeling it's not going to want to chamfer because of the edge geometry here. Oh no, it did. Okay, let's see, 2 mils. We can get 2 mils. Okay, and then because we're going to print this upright, like in this orientation that it's in now, I do want to cut out some material so that we're not wasting material. So let's see if I can select this top geometry. Let's see, I might be able to just shell that top. Let's try 1 mil. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. It's actually going to look kind of cool after it's done printing. Maybe I should add something in the middle here. Maybe if I can like emboss the Weehaw logo in there, but actually let's just do this. And now the good thing about this geometry is that I can actually, ooh, I actually nicked the inside of this with that cut through. But I can just delete it, so do that, delete. Should just be all these middle ones. Let's see, can I delete this little guy here? Okay. All right, let's now, oh, this looks cool. Man, I'm into this. I like this. The good thing about this is that we can just scale it down for the other screwdrivers. So this is really just going to be one model, and then I'm just going to put these separately in separate locations on the wall. But I am pretty happy with this, actually. I think maybe yeah, I think this is probably good to just print it, because I don't want to mess with it too much and ruin the design. The foam strip across the back, 15 mils. So I can just cut that down to 15 mils. Maybe I want it. How thick was this? This is 25. So with the 25 millimeter thick foam tape roll, maybe I'd be better off at 12.5. So yeah, I'll just cut that down the middle. All right, so let's print this, and I will come back to you guys once that's done. All right, as you guys can see, it's done printing, and I went ahead and mounted it to the wall with the foam tape. It holds them pretty well. If I pick them up, it's not too much of a pain to get them out and in. It seems like it holds them perfectly fine. These are really light screwdrivers. So if I pull this one out, and if you look at the size of these medium-sized ones compared to this, they're about the same size. So when I drop this in, I actually like the way that that fits and the way that it looks. So I'm going to leave the model the same size for these medium ones. I've got 6 medium ones, so I'll print another one of these for the medium ones. Then these small handle ones, they fit okay. I'm not crazy about the way they fit, but it holds them just fine. And I'd like to keep them all uniform if I can, to make them, just make it look nicer that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this model done. I'm pretty happy with this, and I printed it in high quality because I was pretty confident that this is going to look okay and work. So I think I'm just going to print the other two. Maybe I'll chop one down to 3 slices, 3 of these clips for the small ones. But for now, this is done. If you guys like this, you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment, leave a like, just something to let me know that you guys got something out of this video. And if you want to download any of these models that I made in any of these videos, they'll be available for free on Cults 3D. I'll link to my Cults 3D profile in the description. So I think that is about it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, or if you want to see more videos like this. And have a safe day.